Hello everyone. So welcome to my first video on this channel where we'll be solving programming related challenges. I'm starting with LeetCode challenges and LeetCode daily challenges, and in the future we may tackle problems in other technologies as well. Also, since English is not my first language, so please bear with me. I promise it will improve over time as I continue making videos, and feel free to correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong anywhere. I'm also in my learning phase, so I might be wrong sometimes. So now to the problem. I hope you all have read the problem already. Uh, First try this problem, and if you're stuck somewhere, then you can come to this video and check the solution. So after the reading the problem, you could have seen that the problem asks return the minimum number of dollars you need to travel every day in the given list of days. Now the problem is about minimizing something. When a problem is about counting something or minimizing something or maximizing something, usually we think of greedy solution or a dynamic programming solution. I don't know about any greedy solutions, but I came up with a dynamic programming solution. So that is what I'm going to discuss in this video. Now, since dynamic programming is involved, there are two things we need. The first is state, and the second is transition. This is the state, and this is the transition. Now, what is state? State is something that you are going to calculate, something that you are going to minimize or maximize. And transition is moving from one state to another state. How will we move from one state to another state? So our answer is some state. Some final state will be our answer. And to reach that state, we are going to use many other states. So we need to move from one state to another state to reach the final state. That is known as transition. So for this question, we are going to frame the state and the transition, and then we just need to submit the solution. So how are we going to do that? Since in the problem you can see that there are 365 days, and on some days you're given a list of days. On those days you need to travel, like it is compulsory to travel on those days. Suppose you have these days 1 2 3, and these 365 days are numbered, like 1 day, 2 days, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, like that. So something like this. I'll write up to 20, and then 363, 4. Okay, so these are the total number of days which are available to you. And now this list, I'll take example 1 here. So this list contains the days on which it is compulsory to travel. Okay, so on day 1 you need to travel. On day 2 you may or may not travel. On day 3 you may or may not travel. But on day 4 you need to travel. On day 5 you may or may not travel. On day 6 you need to travel. Day 7 you need to travel. Day 8 you need to travel. Sorry, I added 3. And see, 1 4 6 7 8, and on day 20 you need to travel. On the rest of the days you may or may not travel. So how are we going to calculate all this? So suppose you have one more day, like 0 day. Now the constraints say that days are numbered from 1 to 365. So there's no such thing as 0 day, but I took it for simplicity. Like on day 0, we are going to calculate the answer, like the minimum number of dollars for each day. So the minimum number of dollars required to travel on day 0 till day 0. Minimum number of dollars required to travel till day 0. So on day 0 you don't need to travel actually, so you don't need any money, so minimum dollars must be 0. Now for day equal to 1, now I'm asking minimum dollars you need to travel till day 1. So you, and day 1 is a must day, like you need to travel on that day. So you could take a 1 day pass for day 1 and you could travel on that day. If you take a 1 day pass, the cost will be 2 rupees. For 7 day pass it is 7, and for 30 day pass it is 15. So to travel on day 1 you could take a 1 day pass and the cost will be 2. Okay, so minimum number of dollars required to travel till day 1 is 2. Similarly for day 2, it is not compulsory to travel. So you can say that the minimum number of dollars to travel till day 1 was $2. Now for day 2, is it compulsory for you to travel? No. So you don't need to take any pass. If you don't take any pass, then whatever you spend till day 1 will be the spent of day 2 as well. So till day 2 also you spend only $2. And these dollars were because of the 1 day pass you bought for day 1. Similarly for day 3 you don't need to travel. So the uh, previous day expenditure will be used. So for day 3 it is not compulsory to travel. But till day 2, how much did you spend? $2 you spent. So that is the amount of money you spent. For day 4, no, on this day you need to travel. Since you need to travel on this day, you could either take the minimum dollars spent to reach day 3, and then for day 4 you could take a 1 day pass. So what will be the cost? 2 plus 2, 4. You understand what I'm trying to say? For day 4, how you could calculate? So first of all, what we are going to calculate? For day 4, what I want to calculate is the minimum number of dollars required to travel till day 4. Okay, that is what we want to calculate, the minimum number of dollars required to travel till day 4. So how I'm going to calculate this? I'm going to take the minimum number of dollars required to travel till day 3. And how much dollar is that? It is $2. Till day 3 we need $2 to travel. Minimum number of dollars I'm talking about. That is $2 till day 3. And for the 4th day we could take a 1 day pass. Take a 1 day pass for day 4. So that is how you could calculate the minimum number of dollars required to travel till day 4. So what I did here, I took the day 3 data to calculate the day 4 data. Okay. Now similarly for day 4, you will not only consider for since this is a dynamic programming solution, you need to consider all the cases. So you will not only consider day 1 pass, you will also consider 7 day pass, and you will also consider 30 day pass. But since I know the solution now, I know that for day 4 the 1 day pass will be the minimum one. But you need to check this for day 7 as well and for day 30th as well. And from them you need the minimum value, and then you will update the day 4. Okay, so what I've written here, dp of 4 something, this is the transition, how we'll come from the previous state to the new state. Okay, similarly for 5 it is not compulsory to travel, so we could use the previous value, like the amount we need to reach day 4, and that day 4 value can be used for day 5 as well, because on day 5 we are not going to buy any pass, since it is not a mandatory day. For day 6 we need to consider that we could how much minimum number of dollars we need to travel till day 5. So that is $4. And for day 6, we could either take a 1-day pass or a 7-day pass or a 38-day pass. I will clarify more about the 7-day pass and the 38-day pass in a little bit. So for 6 also we are going to take a 1-day pass, and so for 6 you took a 1-day pass and you could add that cost to the minimum expenditure up till now, that is the 5th day. So the minimum expenditure was 4 and you added and you took a 1-day pass, so 4 plus 2 is 6. Now for the day 7, if you're going to take a 1-day pass, you're going to check that how much dollar you spend, the minimum number of dollars you spend to reach the day 6. So that is $6 you spend, and after that you take a 1-day pass, that is 6 plus 2 8, and you get the minimum dollars required to travel till day 7. But on day 7 you could also take a 7-day pass. So for 7-day pass, what you can do is 7 minus 7, you go back to the 0th day. If you take a 7-day pass on day 0, you could travel on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7th day with that amount of money only. Like I took a pass of 7 day on day 0. Now for the rest of the 7 days I don't need to buy any passes because I have already taken a 7-day pass. So from state 0, what were the minimum dollars till state 0? It was 0 rupees. And on that day I took a 7-day pass. So what it will be? 0 plus 7-day pass cost, which is 7 rupees. So $7. So if I took a 7-day pass on day 0, the minimum dollars required to travel till day 7 will be 7. Okay. If I take a 1-day pass on day 7, then I need to take minimum dollars required to travel till day 6 and then take a 1-day pass. So that cost will be 8. Similarly, it is not necessary that I only take 0. Like I did 7 minus 7 to reach 0. But I could also go from 1. Suppose I took 7-day pass on day 1. Now I can go to day 8 with that. If I take a 7-day pass on day 1, I could use that pass up till day 8. Okay. So technically the minimum dollars required till day 8 will be 7. And for day 7 also it will be 7. For day 6 also it will be. For day 7 also it will be 7. Okay. So this is how you could do it. So these two, 8 is for day 1 pass and 7 is for day 7 pass. And in both of these we could take the minimum one, which is 7. So this is how we calculate it. So you understand the transition. Like when so for like the DP state will be like this. DP of I, and it is saying the minimum number of dollar required to travel till day I. And how we are going to calculate it? This is how we are going to. If we are taking a day 1 pass, so we will take the minimum dollars required to travel till date I minus 1, and we will take a 1-day pass. So if we take a 1-day pass, its cost will be day 0, something like this. Or what we could do is we could go back 7 days back, and we could take a 7-day pass. Or we could go 6 day back and we could take a 7-day pass. 7-day pass. Similarly, we could go 5 days back and we could take a 7-day pass, and something like that up till dp of I minus 1, dp of 1, I guess, something like that. 7-day pass. Okay, I hope it is clear, but once you write that down, it will become more clear to you. Similarly, for day 30 as well. And for day 30 as well. Okay, and out of all these you need to take the minimum one, and this will calculate your DPI of I state. So this is the transition. Okay, and what is the base case for us in this? We should discuss about the base case as well. This is the base case, DP of 0. For 0 day we don't need to spend anything, so DP of 0. So now your dynamic programming solution is complete. If you understand this much, I think you don't need to watch the video further. You just need to code the solution. Well, I'll code it as well. So I'm removing all this now. If you want, you can take a screenshot or something. I'm going to code it. So first of all, I'll initialize the DP array. This is my DP array. Since there are 365 days, I'll take some upper bound, that is 400. I could find the size of the days array. So, and also yes, we need to travel till day 20. So we don't need to travel all the days. We just need to travel till day 20. And after that we may or may not travel. So till day 20 we are thinking of buying or not buying the passes. So the maximum will be day 20. Days is strictly increasing, so the last animal will be the maximum one. Now the base condition is this. Okay. Now I'll calculate for the rest of the days. And first, so I is the day. DP of I is the day for which we are going to calculate. First we need to check that if it is compulsory to buy the pass for the IA date or it isn't compulsory. So how we will check that? We will check if that day is in the days, if that IA day is in the days array. So we could use the built-in function find, and we will check that if IA day is present there. If IA day is present in the days array, then it is a that for that day we need to buy the pass, some pass like 1 day pass, 7 day pass, or 28 day pass. If it is not present in the days array, then it is not a compulsory day. So we just need to update it with the previous day value because we don't need to bypass, so our minimum cost won't change. And we can continue. But if the day is compulsory, so first we will calculate the 1 day pass value. This is the 1 day pass cost. So the previous day minimum cost, and then we added the 1 day pass cost. For 7 days we will go from I minus 7 to j less than I, and you will calculate dp of I. Here we are going to use that minimum function. Since dp of I is already updated with the 1 day pass cost, so we could use dp of I in the minimum statement. And dp of j plus cost of 1. Also I minus 7 can be negative if I is less than 7. So if it is negative, we should start from 0. So this is how we could do it. If I minus 7 is positive, then I minus 7 value will be larger, and if I minus 7 is negative, then 0 will be larger, so that j won't be negative. Similarly for 30-day pass. And this is how you calculate DTP, and then you can return. We need to travel till day 20. So you can do this. You can run the solution if it is working fine. Complexity you could calculate. The max value can be 365, and this array size, this day's array size can also be 365. So this loop will run 365 or 366 times. This statement will individually run 365 times, and because of the outer loop it will be something like this. So the max complexity, like the maximum number of operations, are not much, so this solution should pass. Now it is accepted. So I hope you understand the solution. I will be posting the daily challenge from now on, and if I don't, it means that I wasn't able to solve the problem. Okay, so thank you. You can subscribe my channel, and you could press that bell icon for the notifications as well. Thank you.